Retain gang, what's poppin', man? This your boy Tay, back at y'all again with another video, man. Hey, peace and abundance to everybody watching this video right now. But make sure y'all hit that like button, that way we can get this in the algorithm and spread the message. I greatly appreciate you. So guys, as you know, we are going through a major shift right now, and the most important thing you have to do is to make sure your spirit, your aura energy is right. It's on the right vibration, okay? Because you want to be in sync with everything that's going on. So for this video, I want to talk about 5 ways you can enhance your aura energy. That way you're on the right side of things. We got to stop running back to old ways, old habits. We got to leave that in the past. Even in a good book, it tells you that a new earth and new heaven will be created and the old one will be destroyed. Well, you're saying that happened now. The old 3-dimensional world is being destroyed. People are waking up, seeing the truth, and they're starting to change. The planet is changing. Nature is changing. Everything is changing. You are on a molecular level, spiritual, mentally, all levels. So we're going to talk about how to enhance your aura energy. And the first way to do that is to make sure you find the right state of mind. Okay? You guys hear me talk about chakras a lot. And if you haven't, you can watch my old videos. I talk about each one. And I speak on these things because each chakra has a state of consciousness. You are a multi-dimensional being. So you exist on many levels. You want to be in balance with yourself. So that means each one of your chakras has to be cleaned out, cleared out, and make sure that it's balanced with the rest. That's the only way you're going to operate at an efficient level. Okay? What you can do is there are mantras or affirmations you can say for each one. So for your root, I am, your sacral, I feel, your solar, I do, your heart, I love, your throat, I speak, your third eye, I see, and your crown, I understand. So you can do something like, I am abundant, right? I feel abundant. I do things that puts me in abundance. I love abundance of health. I love abundance of wealth. I speak abundance. I see abundance in my future. I understand how easy it is for abundance to flow in my life. You know, play with those affirmations, but this right here is going to switch up your aura and it's going to put you in the right state of mind. Okay, it's all about making sure your energy is light as a feather. Okay, light as a feather. That way you can receive what's meant for you. Because right now it's time for you to be upgraded. Why do you think all these solar flares and all these things is happening in nature? Okay, there's a change. It's a big change that's here. And you think that the planet is just being changed, nature is just being changed, and you're not being affected by that? We are nature. We come from nature. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. So if nature is being affected, you are too. And nature's going through metamorphosis, so are you. So you want your aura to be on par with that, to make it happen easier. Okay, to make the process smooth. The second way to enhance your aura is to find your passion, right? Put your focus onto the things that you love doing. And I know this might sound simple, but it's effective. I probably never told you guys this, but before I started doing YouTube, I used to sit down in my car every day after work and ask, what is my purpose? Because I wasn't happy with just working my job. I felt like I had a bigger purpose. So when I kept asking that question, eventually it led me to finding my hobbies. And I picked up skating again, something I did as a child, but I stopped doing in my adult years, right? And I think I saw like a music video or something where they were skating, and it planted that seed. It gave me that light code to pick up that hobby again. So I went and bought my own skates, and I started going outside and just practicing and being in my own space. And that opened up the doors for a lot of other things to happen. First of all, I connected with my child self. I actually healed my child self, but that's a whole nother video. But it also led to me going into personal training and eventually starting my YouTube channel. But if it wasn't for me finding that passion first and putting love into it, who knows what would have happened. You guys want to know who I am. I wouldn't have found my purpose. Okay? So to enhance your aura, you want to make sure you're putting your focus onto the things that you love. Okay? That is going to help you lighten up your spirit and open up doors for you to receive what's meant for you. Okay, guys, it's very simple. And it's whatever. If you like drawing, if you like arts and crafts, if you like building things, you like working on cars, whatever it is, man, something that you can do for hours and hours without being paid for it. Something that you love doing. Okay, I can go outside and skate for hours and lose track of time. I'll just be in Zen mode. And I enjoy myself. I come from that session always feeling light on my feet. So find what makes you light on your feet. The third way to enhance your aura energy for the shift, for your upgrade, is to take a break. Stop working so much, okay? There's a time and place for everything. It's a time to work and it's a time to play. It's a time to rest. When you're working all the time, grinding all the time, I know we make videos. I make videos about being on your grind. Yeah, that's for a time period. And there's nothing wrong with that. But eventually you gotta take a break and allow yourself to refill. And whatever a break might mean to you. For me, this past weekend, I took a vacation to the beach, and got to see a few friends, got to spend some time with loved ones. Going to the beach really healed me, man. It inspired me to come back stronger. And I recommend guys trying to find a beach while it's still warm. The beach is a very spiritual healing place. All right, if you think about it, you got the sun beaming. You are already grounding because you're walking on the sand barefoot. And then you got the ocean water, which is salt water. Okay, if you guys ever took a salt baths cleanse your spirit. It cleanses your aura. So just by you getting in the ocean water, you're cleansing your aura. It's pulling negativity away from your spirit. So you're doing 3 in 1. You're going to the beach, you're already grounding, you're barefoot walking on sand, right? You're soaking up the sunlight, and you taking a salt bath. Why you think every time you go to the beach, everyone's always in a good mood? You ain't never went to the beach and seen somebody just unhappy. You see kids playing, grown-ups playing, splashing water, laughing, kikiing. That's because of the environment. Okay, and people don't even realize it. It's a very spiritual environment, very spiritual healing environment at that. So even if you can't do that, go outside and ground. Or just go somewhere to be still, to be calm. Nothing wrong with being still. Being still and doing nothing is 2 different things. Okay? When you sit still to yourself and just meditate on your thoughts, you allow yourself to receive new information, new energy. You get a chance to filter out any energy that's a burden to you, something that you might have picked up while you was outside, anything. But being still allows you to cleanse yourself as well. Okay, so take a break, guys. Don't burn yourself out to the point where you become unmotivated, uninspired, and you have low energy. All right, you gotta refill yourself. 4th way to enhance your energy for this shift, for your upgrades, is to master yourself. And I think I'll make a separate video on how to master yourself fully. But this is just gonna be, sort of a brief overview of what you can do as far as too much pleasure. You letting pleasure control you. I'm not saying pleasure's bad, okay? So don't quote me on that. I'm just saying you want to be in a position where pleasure doesn't control you. And I know a lot of us have a hard time with this, with the corn, food, any type of pleasure that's we overindulge in to the point where we can't function on our own. You got to be making the right decisions in your life. And the best way to do that, to enhance your aura, is to create some type of discipline for yourself. This is why I talk about the retention. This is why I talk about fasting. things that help you to center in on those cravings and those things that you're indulging in, all these pleasures, and so that you can pinpoint it and learn to control it so it doesn't control you. You know, if you got a strict diet 5 days a week, and on the third day of your 5 days, you see some cookies sitting next to you on the counter, and you in a frenzy, like, oh man, should I eat it? You know, should I don't want to break my diet though. And you go ahead and eat it because you couldn't control that urge. So one thing you can do to counteract that is create discipline in your life. Create a schedule. All right, 5 days a week, I'm gonna be on a clean diet, and then I'll choose a day where I'll treat myself. Okay? And when you get into this habit, what's gonna happen is you're not even gonna crave the cookies as much as you think or you thought you did. You're able to create a disciplined, strict diet for 5 days, and then one day you use to cheat or to treat yourself. And when you keep going down this timeline, it's going to help you have control over yourself, master your urges, and not be controlled by pleasure. All right? And this is going to enhance your aura energy because you lose that bond that you have to things. This is when I say you have to detach from the world. This is what that means. You got to detach from things that you think makes you happy. Nothing outside of yourself should be needed, should be mandatory for you to be happy with yourself. Okay? So that corn, the food, especially what you're putting inside your body, is giving you information. So you want to make sure you're putting the right information in your body. And it's okay, 20% of your diet to go and eat some BS. It's okay. Live your life. All right? But make sure you're in control, making the right decisions. The fifth way to enhance your aura energy so that you can become the best version of yourself, make the shift, and get your upgrade is to mind the company that you keep. Guys, there's a reason why when you start to wake up, you start to do better for yourself, that you start to separate from people that was around you. There's a reason for this, because that energy doesn't match yours. Everything's going to get sorted out into its rightful place. Okay? So you're being separated from people for a reason. So why would you keep putting yourself around this type of energy or negative energy or people who don't really have your best interests at heart? Why do you keep surrounding yourself with people like that? There's that old saying, tell me who your friends are and I'll tell you who you are. Okay? This is ancient knowledge. You hear these sayings like this, but this is ancient knowledge. They understood that the energy that you surround yourself with, man, it starts to influence you. And if you're trying to better yourself, you're trying to raise your consciousness, but you surround yourself with people that's pulling you down, that's not trying to aid you, that's not on the same mindset, what you think is going to happen to you? Okay? You're going to fall trapped to that. You're going to fall into that hole. You're going to get pulled back down like a crab in a barrel. Okay? So it's imperative that you surround yourself with the right people, man, who's for you, who's going to push you, motivate you, inspire you. And if not, be by yourself. Inspire yourself. Okay? Because when you by yourself, man, it allows you to have no distractions, and you're able to really focus and get on your grind, be on your purpose, walk your path. I like being alone. I like having time alone to myself because I get to recharge and I get to focus back on who I am. You can lose yourself being around people so much. All right? Being around a whole bunch of energy can cloud your own energy. It can cloud your aura field. And now you're just projecting things that you're picking up from other people. And this is not to blame anyone. I'm just saying you got to have discernment of what you put yourself around and what you allow inside your space. Okay, guys? And ladies too. It's very important that you have this discernment, because you want to make your shift as comfortable and as efficient as possible. You don't want to be struggling and fighting to make this shift to get your upgrades. My coach used to tell us, be ready so you never have to get ready. All right? Don't wait till the last minute. Do it now. Start implementing a good routine in your life right now where you can keep your aura on the level that you need it to be.